Welcome to the Average Me channel, everybody. I am Mark, and today finds me back in the kitchen. What else am I going to do during this whole coronavirus thing? So I am going to go back to my childhood and make a peekaboo egg. Now some of you might say, what in the world is a peekaboo egg? It's kind of like making the fried egg and toast at the same time. You put a hole in the bread and then you fry the egg in the hole in the center of the bread. I'll show you what that looks like. We're going to make one in a frying pan. And then I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to duplicate that in an air fryer. This is going to be a real challenge, but I think I know how I can do it. So let's get started. So the first thing I did was butter the bread. You can see it's only buttered around the edges, and you'll see why, because we're going to cut out the center anyway. And the way I'm going to do this is with a glass. I found this Christmas glass, and it's the only one that I had that was the right size. So we're going to put that down here, and we're just going to take the center out of that bread. And that's what we're going to put into the pan. My pan is heated up. So we're going to take our bread and we're going to put it in there. And then our egg goes into the center. Some of you like to keep the yolk, others might like to break the yolk. That is totally up to you. I'm going to add a little salt, a little pepper, not too much salt. And we'll let that fry. That looks pretty good. Let's see how cleanly I can flip that over. That looks about done. Of course, the best test is always the taste test. So we're getting our egg and we're getting our toast all in one bite. It's egg and toast. How can you really go wrong? That was really good, traditional way. Now I've been thinking, how can I duplicate this in an air fryer? Well, I obviously can't break an egg into the center of a piece of bread because it'll drip all over the place. So I'm going to use 2 pieces of bread. I'm going to slightly toast one in the air fryer first. Then I'm going to put the piece with the hole in it on top. So the first bread supports the egg. Let's see how that works. So the first thing I did was took 1 piece of bread and I buttered it on both sides pretty generously, because I remember when I made grilled cheese that had a tendency to dry out. So that's where we're going to start. That goes into the air fryer. And I'm going to set this to about 3 minutes because it's going to be cooking twice. And as that bread toasts, I'm sure you can hear it in the background, we are going to cut our hole in the second piece. Oh, this one's kind of sticking a little bit. There we go. And that's going to set on top. The power in my house just flashed a couple of times, so I hope I can finish this cooking experiment. So here's the tricky part. You can see that's slightly toasted, and this piece is going to go on top, and then my eggs going to go in there, and a little salt and pepper before I put it in the machine. And here we go. And I don't know what to set it on this time, but we'll start at 4 minutes and see what happens. Well, it looks like I'm still seeing quite a bit of the white of that egg. So let's go in for another minute or 2. Okay, that looks a little better. Let's get it onto a plate and see for sure. This is always awkward doing this stuff with one hand holding a camera. And there is that delicious eggy goodness. Let's see if it really is cooked. No, that is real runny white egg. Yuck. That's not even close to being cooked.
Later.
Even after 2 more minutes, this egg is just not cooking, and you can see the bread is starting to get really hard. So I think this is just not a good choice for an air fryer. Frying pan versus air fryer. This one is a win in the frying pan column, at least for Peekaboo eggs. I have to say, even if it had worked out in the air fryer, it's just too much work using an extra piece of bread. It was slower. It would have been easier just to heat up a frying pan and fry that egg. As always, I encourage you to like and share the videos. Leave your comments down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe by clicking my face in the corner. And don't forget to ring that bell icon so you know when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark, and this is the Average Me Channel.